Hello, all my wonderful people, and welcome to another week of Dungeons and Dragons. First off, I'd like to apologize for last week's stream. As awesome as an episode as it was, I forgot to check my audio, so you may have watched the live stream and not heard anything, but if you went to watch the video after the fact, unfortunately I did not post it because you wouldn't have been able to hear anything, so my apologies, but we will carry on and I will try not to make the same mistake again. So we're gonna kick off tonight with some introductions. Mike, you are first.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Mike. I'm playing Godric. Um, I am a Goliath cleric. For those who don't know, Goliaths are simply humans with stone skin. Essentially, we're walking stone guys. I'm out to vanquish the evils of the world and hopefully keep the people I travel with from moving on to the nether realm.
All right, and up next is Miss Holly.
Hi everybody, I am Pam. I am playing now called Miss Holly by my fellow friends here. I am a half-elf sorcerer and I am mushy. However, I could turn things on fire and I'm trying to do that as much as I can since every week comes a little more challenging. Just trying to stay alive and again, just trying to explore every session, new challenges that we might come up with. So excited to see what's going to happen with the spiders today.
Yeah, that wild magic definitely doesn't make it easy to light things on fire sometimes.
Justin?
Up next, go ahead, Willie.
I'm Eric. I'm playing Lily, the spacefaring barbarian. Yeah, that's it. I like to rage, eat stuff. I'm hoping to find something tasty today and have a snack. So that's it.
All right, Fitz Chivalry up next.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing the Azamar Paladin, Fit Chivalry. I am basically a meat shield for all the more tender players, and hopefully we'll survive this.
Alrighty, and last but not least, Miss Indris Nightclaw.
Hello, I am Max, and I play Yindris Nightclaw, a dragonborn fighter who was on a vengeance to find the people who has murdered his daughter and wife. Fun time.
Fun times indeed. All right, so we last left off 2 weeks ago, killing the male spider monstrosity, which you guys actually did some checks and were able to determine that it was a were spider. And as he went down, this ginormous female monstrosity, half human, half spider, ran into the cave, shrieked as loud as possibly could. So much so you guys all had to cover your ears. As the shriek went out, the room, as you can see, filled with a horde of spiders. We're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of spiders, all of which, you assume at least, came to the call of the female were spider. So that's where we were. Right now, I need the four of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
And don't forget to add 5 to that.
Okay.
Is it a spell or harmful effect I'm actually rolling the dex save for?
Nope.
Damn, okay. Oof.
All right. just a second here. Shifting gears just a tiny bit. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. So what happened is all of the spiders simultaneously shot a web at you. None of you were able to avoid it. It was a stupid high DC, and I don't think any of you were even capable of it, but I didn't know for sure, so I had you roll just to be on the safe side. You all got webbed, and then bitten multiple times, of course. So right now, I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. And Fitz, you are immune, so you don't have to roll. Let's see, got 16, 15.
And those would all be +5 to
plus
or
5 as well. All right. So it looks like Willie and Fitz are good. Yindris, I need you to do that Constitution saving throw as well, please.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hmm?
I'll explain in just a second.
Says it's coming from Fitz.
Oh, it's because I've got him clicked. Don't worry about that.
damn, you've all figured out my evil plan.
So you all took bites from the spiders. After you were webbed, they began dragging you. Indris, Godric, and Holly, you were all unconscious by the time you left that main chamber. So you have no idea exactly where they took you. For the rest of you, Willie, Fitz, well, just Willie and Fitz, you guys were conscious and awake as they drug you down the tunnels to a ship that was hidden inside the cave system. They took you on board, down to the bowels of the ship, put you, all 5 of you, up against the walls, covered in webs, and left you there. Seeing as 2 of you are conscious now, we're going to go ahead and take off there with Godric, Holly, and Yindris, sorry, I'll get it right one of these days. The 3 of you are all currently unconscious. And I'll just explain now so that you're aware. When you do wake up, you will be poisoned and have a level of exhaustion. So the exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks, and the poison will give you, I believe it's disadvantage on attack rolls, if I remember correctly. But Fitz and Willie, you guys are awake. Go ahead and take. It's been maybe 5 minutes since the spiders left you all in the bowels there.
So just so I understand, we are basically completely bound in webs right now.
Yeah, you guys are thoroughly wrapped. Like, trying to think of a movie reference, but I can't off the top of my head. Any spider movie ever.
I'm gonna kind of yell out, is anybody else out there?
Me.
You're
I
unconscious.
was like, I'm out here, but I can't move. I feel terrible.
Any chances that these webs are edible to you there, Willie?
Do I think I can get any of these webs in my mouth? Can I chew my way out?
I mean, if you want to try, you certainly can.
Yeah, I can certainly try.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and use your natural maw attack and
Okay.
just drop it flat.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to. Do I still have a rage effect on me? Because I have to rage to use that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be raging by this point.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to
So-
use a rage.
Okay, so yeah, you'd have to do that.
Okay.
Well, no, I won't make you burn a rage for it. Just go ahead and
Okay.
roll it. I need something to roll is all.
Okay. I got you. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Should I roll this at disadvantage?
Just roll it straight. Just drop it right on the chat box.
Okay, I got you. Natural maul attack. Solid.
That is solid. Go ahead and roll the damage on it. And describe the manner in which you're trying to eat your way out of this. Are you like actually trying to eat the web, or are you just using your mouth to try and pull yourself free?
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm trying to chew through it because it's like I imagine if I'm like pinned against the wall, right? It's like I'm gonna try. Like if I can't really move my head a lot, I'm gonna start with like the chin area, and I'm just gonna try to get free so that I can get my shoulder free and like bust out barbarian style.
Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely able to make some work on the webbing. Not quite enough to free up your shoulder arm. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check real quick.
I don't know why I have advantage on dex checks right now.
I think it's because of your... I don't know why. That's weird. Yeah, you're able to not only gnaw through the cobweb, but avoid it from all filling up in your mouth, which is
Oh, nice.
a very good thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, you're not quite able to get enough of it to free your shoulder or arm. So if you'd like to continue, go ahead and roll again, or if you'd like to try something else, call it out.
You know what? Yeah, let's keep going. I'm making some headway or mouthway, I guess, really.
Can I cast a spell?
As long as it doesn't require, is it somatic components, hand
Yeah.
gestures?
Is he a warcaster? He's not a warcaster, is he?
I don't think he is.
No.
No, he is
Okay.
not.
Yeah, warcasters, as long as you're actually holding your sword or shield, you should be able to cast it.
With a 10, Willie, go ahead and roll your damage.
Attack.
You are able to clear your upper torso. Like,
Ah!
you're able to gnaw your way down to your xiphoid process, where your xiphoid process would be if you had one, because you're a tiefling. So just below the pectoral line.
How dare you assume my organs?
Fair enough. Which frees up your shoulders
Oh. All right.
and upper arms.
I am halfway out.
From this position, I would say it would be plausible for you to try and make a strength check, just a straight strength check to get out, seeing as you can't attack it anymore. Fitz, did you have a spell you wanted to cast?
Yeah, but it requires semantics, so
Oh, that's a strength save.
I'm just going to be encouraging Willie.
Okay, yeah. With an 18, you're able to bust free. You are no longer restrained.
I bust out and I'm just like, yes, Willie is free. I'm going to kill those spiders. Stupid spiders. And then I'm going to realize I need to be quiet, and I will do. God. I'm going to try to be stealthy here.
You think you're pretty stealthy. It's an old ship. It's clearly been there for a while, but so the boards creak and
Okay, I'm going to
kind of
walk
shake a
over.
little bit.
Fitz is awake, right? I'm going to walk over to him.
Fitz is awake.
I'm going to be like, we probably should get out of here.
Okay. I definitely agree.
I will pull out my dagger and attempt to cut the web from around here.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Attack roll.
All right, and damage, please. You're able to get his upper body freed.
Look at that. We're making headway.
Yeah, I take back anything bad I ever said about your appetite, buddy.
Do you want me to finish cutting you out, or do you want to bust out heroically?
Would it be a strength check to get out?
Yep. You struggle against the webs that are holding your legs up against the wall, and they kind of stretch and give a little bit and then slam your leg right back into the wall. You just didn't quite have enough to get loose there.
I'll just kind of chuckle. I'll be like, haha, it's okay, bud. I got you, and I'll dagger him out.
We're just going to tell people I busted heroically free.
Just 13 work.
13 does work. Good. Oh, that was a strength check. But 13.
No, that was. I probably missed the box.
It's all right. 13 would still do it. And 5 damage is enough. You're able to cut him completely free, and you and Fitz are both unrestrained and good to go.
There you go, Fitz. You're out.
I
Heroically.
appreciate that. Yes, very, very heroically.
All right, so might as well gather the others. Need to be quiet about it.
Yep.
I could have got her.
All right. So it's an attack roll if you're going to try and cut him loose, and it's a strength check if you're going to try and pull him loose, keeping in mind that all 3 of them are still unconscious as well. You just need to let me know what you're gonna do.
I am just trying to cut her out through him.
9 does not do it. Your scimitar is a little dull at the point you were trying to use to cut.
Yeah, I'll just try to cut him out as well. Like a rusty dagger.
Uh, 12 will do it. Go ahead and roll damage. 4. You make some headway. You get down to about his belly button. 17 will do it. Fits. 3. You get down to Yindris's like the pectoral line.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Anything above a 10 will do it. So if you roll a 10 or above, go ahead and just roll the damage. Fits with a crit. You're able to get Yindris out the rest of the way. As you cut Yindris loose, falls and hits the floor, unless you make an acrobatics check to try and catch her. I'm sorry, is Yindris a male or a female?
He is a male.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to double check.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine.
He. Yeah, with your scimitar in your hand, as soon as Yindris cuts loose, you kind of had to squat down and use your second hand to get through that last bit, and face plants right next to you. Where are you at, Willie? 4, 8. Okay, you're able to cut Godric loose. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check if you're going to try and catch him. Otherwise, same thing, he'll fall to the floor.
I am going to use my lesser restoration on Yindris.
Okay.
To get the poison out.
That doesn't work, Willie. You failed. Kind of same thing. You were squatted down at an awkward position, and when his body tipped over, you just weren't ready for it.
I'll just be like, as he hits the floor, I'll just be like, time to wake up.
All right, and that'll take off the poisoned. All right, Yindris and Godric, as you face plant onto the ground, you both become conscious. You feel worn out, exhausted, so to speak, from the effects of the poison working on your body, even in such a short time in Godric's case. But you do wake up as you hit the ground. Maybe a broken nose or a bruise by the orbital socket. But...
Sure. Well, first thing I'm going to do is stand to my feet and feeling the poison coursing through me. I'm going to follow suit with Fitz, and I'm going to use lesser restoration on myself.
Alrighty.
Not sure how to actually...
I have to remove the effect, but...
Yeah, I can't put a marker on this as I cast it, but I'm just going to say, hey, I'm casting it.
Yep, that works. Fitz, I'm assuming you're trying to cut Miss Holly loose?
Yes, sir.
Alright, a crit will get her loose.
No pressure.
Oh no, you're loose. Right now he needs to decide if he's going to let you fall or try to catch you. That works. As she gets cut loose, she kind of does the turn and fall thing, and you give her the old like damsel in distress catch with one arm, like a true hero.
Yeah, that second time I knew what was coming.
However, she is still unconscious because she didn't have a thudding impact to wake her up.
Godric, do you happen to have another one of those lesser restorations? I only have the one.
As I survey the area, and I'll stop and, of course, and walk on over and cast Lesser Restoration on Miss Holly.
All right.
And then I will splash her face with some water out of the canteen to try to wake her up in a non-violent head bashing way.
Well, while they're doing that, I will kind of check out what's going on with these crates and stuff here, and see if I can get a sense for who this were spider chick might be, because I know that her spiders brought us back to the ship.
Okay. Pam,
As
while
he pulls out that canteen, I'm stepping back and putting my shield up. I've seen Miss Holly get pissed, and I'm not getting a fireball to the face.
Pam, while I describe what Willie's finding, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. Yeah, you look around the ship. You don't really find anything identifiable, so to speak. Nothing personal. You can tell that the ship has been seemingly abandoned for a long time. There's one of the crates had what was probably once rations in it, but it's been there for so long that it's gone through its mold cycle and completely decomposed into next to nothing. The other one had some linens in it that aren't usable anymore. There's holes in them and covered. Other than that, I mean, it looks like it was a sleeping storage area at one point, but it hasn't been used in quite some time. Miss Holly, you are still unconscious.
That would be a 12 with my +5.
Oh, that would be a 12.
Great.
Yeah, you're still unconscious. She's a heavy sleeper.
All right, well, now I'm going to step back with my shield, look at Godric, and give him the nod, like, all right, your turn to play Russian roulette.
Do you just drop her, or?
No, I kind of assumed I set her down before I
Okay.
splashed her with the water.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep,
Okay.
try to be all gentle with the water. Finally, I'm just like, drop. All right, your turn.
Let's see. Okay, so Miss Holly, I will, Miss Holly, it's time to awaken, and kind of, approach quietly, gently, and Miss Holly, and I'll reach out and like the furthest point away from her, closest to me, like a foot or something.
You're gonna like nudge her.
Yeah.
All right, give me another Constitution save, Miss Holly. Yeah, that worked. Your eyes flutter open, and you're good to go.
What the fuck happened and why are we here?
Yep, that's as I step back. I'm not 100% sure, Miss Holly. I just know we woke up, wrapped up in spider webs, and we are now here and awake.
Okay. Kind
The
of
spiders
confused.
drug us here.
That makes sense. And I'm just looking around, still kind of trying to understand my surroundings and where we are in this empty.
Well,
ship.
apparently they brought us to some type of boat. Where the boat is, or if it's even moving, I'm not sure because we have yet to we're gathering our composure, and all apparently, except for at least one of us, is currently waking up from being asleep.
Would me or Willie
Okay.
have an idea, kind of what direction we came to get here?
I
Yeah.
said down the stairs.
It wasn't far from where you guys were. Took them maybe 15 minutes to drag you here. As far as sense of direction, I don't remember who was aware of which direction the water was coming from that you all were looking for, but they kind of drug you off in that direction.
That was actually me.
Was that you? Okay. But yeah, they drug you off to the east. So from the picture you guys were in, they drug you off to the right. And it took them about 15, maybe 20 minutes to get from where you were to where you are now.
Gotcha. Of course, I
Okay.
wouldn't be aware of that because I was unconscious. Excuse me.
I just kind of look at everybody and I'm like, let's just get the fuck out. Let's get out.
Yeah, I mean, we were only here to try and find water, and ended up with a lot more than we were hoping for. So I second that motion.
I'm just like, you can juice spiders.
No, I think you can juice spiders.
Same. Old pirate trick.
I thought you fried them and dipped them in chocolate.
I mean, sure, you can do that too.
It's
They're
actually
like space shrimp.
quite delicious. Out of
This
Yeah.
is
character.
coming from the guy who thinks every day's Tuesday. So I'm
I
okay with that.
mean, it's definitely Tuesday.
Tacos
Feels
for
like
life,
a
brother.
Tuesday.
Spiders and
did-
chocolate.
Did
Fun.
they drag us down these stairs?
Yes.
Sorry, Holly.
Let's go downstairs.
Upstairs. You're in the bottom of the ship.
Let's go upstairs.
Let me wait. Hold on. Before we do that, that is not the one I want. Yes, I would like to take 10 minutes and give a little prayer for the group and those of us who have been beaten on. Get a little bit of life back. If you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Sure. I'll move over here, kind of closer to the stairs, and kneel down, wait it up. In case somebody comes down, I can protect everybody.
Yindris okay with waiting the 10 minutes?
Yep.
All right. So, Willie, with you keeping watch on the stairs, I need you to call high or low. Willie?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, 10 minutes goes off without a hitch.
Okay, well, there's 9 back for everybody. Apparently, other than myself. Shoot. I have a bad habit of that. No, I did. Never mind. I did get myself in there. I
You
didn't
get
see it
some
on the list.
extra too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Give me
Yeah,
just-
that was a third level.
I do apologize for dropping you there, Yindris. I didn't expect you to fall so quickly. It was really sudden.
Yindris is just gonna glare at him. Not say anything, just glaring.
And let's see.
I'm just gonna assume that glare means that you're eternally grateful.
All right. Anything
Yeah,
else you guys want to do before you head up the stairs?
Does that 10 minutes count as a short rest? Can I use 2 of my dice?
It does not count as a short rest.
Okay, that's fine. I was just checking, just seeing what we're doing. I don't want in
Uh,
trouble. Well, maybe a little trouble.
okay. Let's get cure wounds at level 3 to Mr. Willie.
All right.
No, that's fine. I have a lot of things to do, so it's not like I'm necessarily hurting.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to be the front wall, man, I'd rather see you closer to full than closer to empty. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
All right, I feel more comfortable with us proceeding forward if everybody else is.
All right.
Yes.
I'm good with it.
Ready to get out of this area that I quite not remember.
So you guys all go up the stairs to the next level. And if everybody wants to give me a perception check just to see what you see.
Hold on a second, I'm trying.
I'm also going to tell everybody to don't try to be stealthy. I'm not very stealthy myself.
I don't even bother with that anymore there, Willie. You see all this metal on me?
I don't know why it typed a 9, but okay.
I'm not sure either. Sorry, there's
I,
enough there. And I'm going to assume that you guys relay the information. You look around this deck. There's no motion or anything living on the deck. It resembles the lower deck in terms of it's been empty and uninhabited for a while. There is a lot more cobwebs, spider webs on this level. And you can kind of see like the isolated bedrooms or crew cabins. Um, so your best bet would be that this is like the galley officers' quarters deck, as well as some storage. You do see 2 staircases. First one right here next to Godric goes up, and then there's a second one right here also going up.
looks like it's on the other side. You sure we can see that?
Willie definitely, or Fitz definitely would have been able to identify it. And it's not an enclosed backing. It's, you got to remember you're on a ship, so think Pirates of the Caribbean. You could see that it stairs from all 4 sides.
Okay. The artwork gave it the illusion of having a wall. That's why I asked.
Yeah, and 3D description on a 2D picture. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if we need to get off of this ship in a hurry, I don't know where the exit would be once we get upstairs, but I do like the idea of the steps on the other side of the boat.
I'm gonna walk over here and inspect. You said the ship was older. Do I think that me and Yindris could make it through the hull of the ship if we rammed it? Could we make a door?
give me a nature check. Because you're not necessarily checking the ship itself, you're checking the integrity of the wood.
Will it? Oh God, no.
You'd That's some tough wood.
You're telling me. I'll come back over here. I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do.
Well, once again, I mean, at this point, ease our way up one of these 2 sets of stairs. You know, I wouldn't go, rushing up there because we don't know what's up there, but
Anybody has a crystal ball?
No.
You do, Holly.
I have a crystal ball, like a legit crystal ball.
Click your inventory tab.
Yeah, you got one so you could communicate with
The wizards.
the wizards. Yeah.
Well, I was more thinking of trying to see what's upstairs, not so much
The
interfering with someone. More like
give me a second, because your crystal ball, you can cast the scrying spell with a DC 17 save. Scry, you can. So the description of the spell Scry, you can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting this spell, it can fail the save throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
Ooh,
if I
some
don't
people
see a
like to be
creature.
watched.
So you could scry a creature you have previously seen to try and see where it is.
So I can try to see if we have spiders. And that's it. And
The Spider Queen, I would assume, would be
or
your
the
target.
spider queen, I guess.
Yeah, you could absolutely try.
Okay, I want to try.
All right, give me just a second here. I got to work out your modifiers. +0. Okay, so no modifiers, so it's going to be a wisdom saved DC 17.
Do I roll that?
No. The spider lady does. Give me a second. Wisdom save. Oh, she failed horribly. So you pull out your crystal ball and do your little hoodoo over it. And as you ponder into the crystal ball, the image of the female spider monstrosity appears. And you can see her clear as day. And if you zoom out your map just a little bit, you can see that she is on the top deck of a ship. You're not sure which ship, but a ship.
Okay, so guys, the beautiful monstrosity female spider, it's in a ship. I can't tell if it's this one, but maybe. She's near us. Maybe.
Okay. Well, on the off chance she is on the top of this particular ship, um, I'd say we go upstairs and be prepared to take on a queen.
Let's go. I put my crystal ball away.
Okay.
Anybody else like want to do anything else before we die, Duncan? Anything else before we go up?
Hey, if we're on an old wooden boat, can I listen very carefully for like movement?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Ooh, 9.
Willie is making too much noise, thinking he's not making any noise at all for you to be able to hear
Of
any
course.
ambiance going on.
As I see him over there, like kind of crouching around, I'll be like, shh. So rather than just fighting around, this is a pretty old and wooden ship. We could, since there's two stairwells here that seem to go up, we could try to lure her down one. And then when she's in here, we just burn the ship. You burn it to the ground. Or the astral sea plane, as it were.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of pull out my axe. I'm like, I'm fine to go up there and just smack her to death too. Either way.
I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to trapping her down here, and burning it, because it's an evil that this world should be rid of. One small issue I have with that. We don't know if we're necessarily docked. We go burning the ship down with her in it, and we can't get off of it. We might be in trouble.
Swimming abilities,
Good.
anybody?
Could I, so I haven't been unconscious. Would I have been able to tell if she started moving the ship?
Yeah, you would have been able to determine that, and to the best of your knowledge, no, the ship has not moved.
I'm like, well, we've not moved yet.
As you guys are talking, behind you to the right here, you guys all kind of start notice these vines right here coming down from the ceiling. And they're coming down and sticking to the walls and the floor, but you notice as after they've passed over an area, the roots kind of flatten out and become the wall. So there's a contrast of like fresh new panels and the old moldy decrepit boards, but the roots seem to be covering the old boards as they continue to grow. And it's not super fast, but it is spreading. Maybe like 2-3 feet a minute.
Does the coloration of the vines look familiar?
Give me an insight check. I'll say with advantage.
Oh,
Oh God,
Okay.
you needed that.
not much better.
And you get a +5 because of fits, so it's actually a 15. It does look very familiar. It looks. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that +5 is only for saving throws, not checks.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me. It looks like wood.
Okay. Yeah, because it just came to mind that we are traveling with a treant that needed to bond with a ship. That's why I was asking if those vines look familiar, or at least the coloration of them. But I guess let's just go upstairs and vanquish this thing.
Let's go.
No,
Ready
I'm
for
gonna-
combat.
I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you all going up
I mean,
one staircase? You splitting the party? How you doing it?
I mean, we could do a half and half. Come at it from either side. If hopefully she's, not too close to one set of stairs or the other.
I'm gonna take the left stairs.
All right. Willie, you want to join her on the left stairs?
Over we go.
All right, and I'll follow Fitz up the right set.
Okay.
Do I see anything through the grate as I walk under it? Because I would look up.
Yeah, you can see her. If you guys zoom out a little bit, you can see where she's at. And Willie, you would have seen that through the grate.
I've been looking at it the whole time. I'm just trying to stay in character and assume I didn't see it.
Yeah. Well, Fitz, Willie, and Yindris, you all wouldn't know where she is, but Pam and Willie, if you looked up through the grate as you walked underneath them, you would have seen her.
I would tap Holly on the shoulder and I'd be like,
I'm making as much noise as humanly possible going up these steps.
Okay, so you want her to know you're coming.
I'm kind of assuming so, since we're sending the squishy people up the other side, so we want her looking our way.
Fair
Well,
enough.
that's what we sent Willie over there for, because he's not exactly squishy.
Yindris, which side are you going up?
I'm gonna go with Holly and Willie because I know they're both really squishy, and I'm a big beefy boy.
Join the squishy.
Willie, she called you squishy.
Right?
I mean, I'm kind of squishy. Depends. I mean, what kind of
They're all
mood I'm in,
squishy.
how you talk to me, you know.
You've literally been grabbing onto things and chewing on them since they met you.
Well, my teeth aren't squishy. Those wouldn't be very good teeth.
Yeah, so you guys get up the stairs. Fitz, with your stomping up the stairs to make noise, her attention is drawn towards you currently, and I need everybody to roll me an initiative.
I want to cast Find Steed as I'm coming up the steps.
Oh, you're gonna do that again?
Yes, now that I remembered I can do it.
Sounds heroic. Wait, hold on. I'm having horrible flashbacks for some reason.
Which steed are you gonna
I
summon?
rolled the wrong dice.
I'm going to summon my unicorn, of course.
Okay.
Oh
Did I
god.
roll-
God, no. The flashbacks, the horror. I
Your
was so far away.
your interest, your initiative should be in the middle of your first page.
Yeah, I know. I keep clicking the wrong one. Oh, there you go.
Hey,
I just want you to know, foreshadowing, at some point you guys are going to meet Borath again, and Willie's going to be like, I don't know, he seems like a pretty okay guy, really.
Everybody roll initiative. Let's see. Yindris, Fitz,
Trying to find it.
Miss Holly, Godric, and Willie. Okay. So
wait, what? Can you remind me what we have disadvantage on again?
So if you're exhausted, so that is going to be Yindris, Godric, and Holly. You have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, but not Willie.
Yeah, Willie and Fitz, you guys are good. Like you've rolled high enough or had an immunity.
Well,
And getting rid of the poison, they don't have the disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
Correct.
Because it's just, I would want to go to put on.
So with that, we're at the top of the stairs, top of the order. Fitz, you would be up first. You would have had to wait till you're at the top of the stairs to cast Find Steed, or cast it as you're going up, but it gets cast when you get up top. So that is your spell for the turn, whether it be action
I'm
or
okay
bonus
with that.
action.
there's a unicorn cat in
Yep.
here.
Yep, that's my steed.
Were you mounting the unicorn, or is it just going to be there?
No, I just summoned it to have an extra person to beat on her with.
Okay.
Be silly to ride a unicorn on a ship.
I think that'd be hilarious, and I think you should do that.
It gets 1 hooves and 1 horn attack on its turn, which is independent from yours. So, but all right, Fitz, you are up.
Technically, I think that's all I can do with my turn, right? Just move up to her and cast that spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you've got a bonus action you can do.
No, I think that's it. I'm probably just gonna, just trying to make myself as obvious an interface as possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna comment on the crow's feet she has on her eyes there, and how the bags, and just basic general shit talking.
All right. With that, we jump over to Miss Holly.
When I use my banishment spell, on spider monstrosity.
Banishment, huh?
Yep.
Sneaky, sneaky. Give me just a second. Let me read it. Make sure I do this right. Must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. All right. So go ahead and drop that charisma save on it. Let's see how it does.
1 second. I just drag it on her.
Yep.
Why isn't it doing it?
The little V next to the charisma DC 14, that's what you drag onto her.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Wrong area. Hehe. It's not dragging it. Oh, there you go. A little slow. You do it?
It did it, and she failed. So you cast your spell, and she disappears.
Bye, bitch. Had to get that out of the way.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's it.
Unicorn.
Oh, we have a pet.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
we'll expedite this a little bit. So, banishment went off. She disappears. Now, the thing with banishment is if she is not from this plane of existence, she disappears permanently. If she is from this plane of existence, she'll be back after a minute.
Cool.
And you guys have no clue which option that is.
Nobody's from the astral plane.
So,
Willie.
Do you tell us this, Holly, that she'll be back? Possibly.
You never know. I can use my crystal ball. Maybe.
Well, we. I mean, if there's a chance she's coming back, I suggest we hightail it out of here while we got the free moment. I'm going to take a moment and look at our surroundings since we seem to be in. I can't really see anything around the ship at the moment.
Do we have any windows on the ship? That any porthole windows, anything, or it's just walls?
So you are actually on the top deck. You can see over the edge.
Oh.
And give me just a second here. I'm going to see if I can do this. Yeah, you can't really see anything. The ship is in a section of the cave, surrounded by cave walls. You can see one or two super narrow tunnels leaving out, and I mean super narrow. And when you look up, you can see it's open out to the astral sea. It's just kind of covered with some foliage, naturally occurring foliage, but there is a good section there that isn't covered. Yeah, looking around the ship, you can see.
Yep.
Right button here.
Okay.
If you zoom out a little bit there, you can see Trevor up on the upper deck there, standing there, encased in spider web. But you can see underneath, so to the right of where the unicorn is, you can see those roots coming out from underneath him and quite quickly spreading over the ship.
All right, so I'm going to relay the information for those who may not know. Trevor is currently bonding with this ship. He is going to take over, and we're going to be able to ride a whole ship, guys. But we're going to have to deal with the queen if she comes back.
Okay. Question about the banishment, Miss Holly.
Yes.
Does she come back to the exact same spot in space? Or does she come back to like wherever her feet were touching last? Like if we take off real quick, is she just gonna appear in space and then fall?
Plane of existence.
Pam, give me an Arcana check. Because with you being a wild magic sorcerer, your magic just kind of comes to you. You weren't taught anything. But with a 21, you know for certain that if she's coming back, she's going to come back to the exact same spot you banished her from.
She's
So
gonna
not
want
on
to
the
kill me a
ship.
little bit and
Okay, let's
everybody
move this
else.
damn ship.
Trevor, buddy, hey, you got control of this thing yet?
Like on the same spot, same area, or we might run into her in the same planet eventually.
She will come back to the exact same spot that she was banished from. If the ship moves, she will come back floating however many feet in the air where she was standing was at the time she was banished.
Okay. So same spot basically. So we gotta get out of here.
Godric, you holler up to Trevor to see if he can get you guys out of there, and give me an insight check.
Like, ship out, buddy, ship out.
At disadvantage because you have a level of exhaustion.
14.
14. He looks like he's in a trance.
Oh god.
Oh
Trevor.
crap. Okay. Well, he's probably still bonding with the ship. Can we get this ship to ship out? Mr. Pirate? Willie?
You're muted, Willie.
Yeah. No,
No?
that's not gonna work. No, that will.
We can't take poles, shove it against the wall, get this thing moving?
Geez. We could certainly trap her in the Spelljammer seat if we can find it and see what happens.
Well, the Spelljammer seat's always going to be up on the top deck. That I learned from the different ships that I've been on. It's up there with Trevor.
I mean, that's not accurate. It can be anywhere.
As you say that, Godric, I'm assuming you've. Hold on a second here. I had a thing clicked. I'm assuming you've walked out onto the deck by now, but as you say that, you glance over your shoulder, and this chair, there looks like there's a busted chair all the way in the back there.
Oh, or maybe it's behind me.
It's broken. You could maybe still sit on it, but it
I
looks
just kind of
pretty
shake
broken.
my head. I'm like, landlubber.
Well, I mean, once again, I'm not shipbound, nor did I go to take the Spelljammer test when we were in town. I'm just basing things off of what I remember.
Pam, as Godric and Willie are conversing about getting the ship airborne, your little magic tickle in the back of your head goes off. Oh, I forgot to have you roll wild magic. You got lucky. I'm not going to make you go back and re-roll it. I just remembered I forgot. But you get that little...
I just really wanted it to work.
Yeah, the second you said banishment, I just started swearing internally at you, by the way. But you get that little tickle in the back of your head, and your little wild magic tells you now definitively that the spell has ended. And if she was going to return, she would have.
Guys, I don't think she's coming back. I have a feeling. I can see it. I don't think she's coming back.
See, I told you nobody's really from the astral plane. They just appear here one day.
I just chuckle. I'm just like, well, she's either really happy or really pissed off.
Whichever, I don't care as long as she's not here. So, poof, bye. What's with this unicorn though? Because I'm just looking at him like just up here in the middle of the ship. I'm just staring at it.
Are you guys just going to sit down the stairs? You're going to come join us?
Over there.
Yeah. What's with this little creature?
I'm kind of curious myself. All I know is we came up the steps and there it was.
This is my mount, Sir Fluffy Butt.
Oh, okay.
Can the unicorn understand anything we're saying?
Yeah, he's a very intelligent mount.
I mean, here in the astral plane, somehow that does not surprise me. Well, if you're pretty sure she's not coming back, I say we give Trevor time to do what he needs to do, because I'd much rather travel on this than that little buoy we were on before.
Yeah, I
Don't
think.
All right,
don't
now
we
is it?
still have a party member on that little dinghy standing guard?
Yindris, you would know that when the spiders came for you and Dutch, Dutch was able to dive, duck, dip, and weave, and assumably is somewhere on the rock because he wasn't captured like you were.
I'll chuckle. I'm like, ha! I'm glad he was able to escape without breaking a bowstring.
I'm gonna wander over to the edge of the boat. Is that actual water over
This
the
is
edge?
just a generic background for the ship. You guys are in the cave, so everything you can see right now is cave wall. Very, very similar to what you last saw before you went unconscious.
That's
Okay.
true, but we were drugged towards the water sound,
Right.
so we
That's
should be
why.
a lot closer.
So if that's what you're looking for, you can give me a perception check
That is exactly what I'm looking for.
at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
How long are we
Uh,
exhausted for?
Until you
Go.
complete a rest.
Double fours, either way.
With your passive perception, you can hear the water. You have no idea where exactly it is.
Okay. So the water is still somewhere around us. I can hear it. I'm just not sure where. We should
One
probably
of us
try and
can
collect.
jump and swim, maybe? I don't know. Who's good at
Is
swimming?
is there a point off of the ship? Egress, plank, uh,
Port, starboard. Make your
yeah.
choice.
You guys would have to take a look around.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Anybody
I can
else?
move my I can move my character around the circle if you really want me to, but
You're gonna walk the
Yep.
circle. Okay. Go ahead and
Yep.
give me another roll. Well, no, you won't even need to roll with your passive perception, obviously, because it's pretty there.
I'm gonna
I
go
think
with Godric.
Right
I
about
think I've done.
here, there is a ramp going down to the ground from the top of the ship, or from the deck of
Okay.
the ship.
Okay. So yeah, because remember I did that in just about every room we've ever been in. Walk the perimeter.
This is
Okay.
true.
So okay. So guys, yeah, there's a ramp over here. Um. Um. I really don't want to split the group up, but at the same time, I really think that Trevor needs to stay protected so he can finish his bonding with the ship. And honestly, I don't remember if they told me how long that was going to take or not. Um, so with that said, a couple of us go see if we can finish hunting down the water, and a couple of us stay and make sure, or at least one of us, can stay and keep Trevor protected. so we can have a full ship to get out of here with. Unless anybody else has any other ideas or suggestions.
I can join you, Gotrick, and kind of.
I can stay
Wait,
and guard
uh,
the
Sorry, wrong one.
guard the Trent.
Okay. I will warn you that he speaks Druidic. If you don't, all he really knows is Trevor. But he seems to be in a trance at the moment and not responding to anything. So be aware.
Okay.
Just seem nice, and he will just read your body language, I'm assuming, since he doesn't understand the rest of us anyway, so.
Yeah, he's been pretty good at understanding basic gestures.
Pam, as you did your look around there, you were able to pinpoint the water coming off this corner of the ship. Not on the ship, but off that corner. So it'd be the starboard aft side.
I'll point that out to everybody.
Fitz
All right.
and Holly, you both would have recognized that.
All right, so well, since they're pointing out where the water source is, do we have the means of collecting said water besides canteens? Did anybody notice any buckets or?
Willie,
Are
you're
any of
pretty sure you saw some barrels and a couple of buckets below deck that might be in good shape or good enough shape.
I'll be like, yeah, there's some barrels down in the cargo hold that might be able to made salvageable.
All right, so let's bring the barrels to the edge of the boat. We'll take the buckets and fill them up and bring them back, because I ain't trying to lift a whole barrel of water. I don't know about you guys, and I definitely don't see a wagon, so.
Well, do try to remember that this cave system is full of spiders, even if their mom left. Now they're
Yeah.
going to have abandonment mommy issues too, so.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, but I also know that we need water and we need this boat.
Oh, no, absolutely. I totally agree. I just want to make sure we're all
on the same page. I agree.
Willie, did you have the pirate background? You're muted.
Yes, I do.
You did? Okay.
I am a space pirate.
You know enough about ships that you would be able to rig up a pulley system.
Okay.
So if a barrel was set on the ground next to the ship, it could be pulleyed up onto the deck.
Okay. See, that's what I was actually sitting here thinking about, because I was like, where's the mast of this ship? Because it has the cargo hold, and I'm like, oh wait, this is Spelljammer. It doesn't have a mast. That's not how that works. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you worry about it. You get your load, and I'll put it away for you. Heard it as I said it.
Okay. How are we going to do that? Because I don't have the knowledge that you have, so I gotta ask.
Harry?
Ropes, pulleys, little leverage. Take it right on up.
Okay.
Worst case, we'll take the rope all the way over the side of the ship here and just stretch it over, pull it down on the other side with something, pull it up. No big deal.
Yeah, actually, that was going to be my next question, because rigs and pulleys, I'm sure I would understand. Can we do that on the side of where the water is?
Close enough.
Okay, well then let's do that. That way it'll make it that much faster. So we'll head down and get things prepped up for the bottom side.
All right.
And
so I know Fitz said he's staying on the deck. I'm assuming, Willie, you're going to have to stay on the deck to run the pulley system. Godric and Holly are going to the ground. Yindris, what are you up to?
I'm gonna follow Fitz very closely behind. Like, when I say closely, I mean I'm going to be stepping on his feet the entire time, just towering over him and looking down on him very angrily.
She's still upset. He's still upset.
All right. Well, I'll let y'all sort that one out.
And I think she's just eternally grateful that I saved her.
Holly and Godric, we're gonna do you guys first. So you guys go to the ground, and Godric, I'm assuming you cast light on your shield or something as you go.
Of course.
All right, so we're gonna have to double map it here a little bit. So don't close out the map you currently have open. But you get to ground next to the ship. I know the ship doesn't look the same as the other one. Deal with
It's
it.
fine.
But you get to ground, and the ship is just surrounded by cobwebs. You see a small tunnel up ahead of you, or directly in front of you. Um,
Okay. We're gonna head in that direction. All right, and I'm gonna, Miss Holly, go ahead and follow me, and we'll get there.
So
Is this a wall? Is
I'm
this a
actually, yeah,
drop?
that's a wall right there. So I'm actually gonna just put you guys there like that because I didn't design this map for what you guys are doing. But you circle around the back end of the ship there, and you're able to find a small stream.
All right.
Comes down into a puddle, a small puddle, and then flows off underneath the rock wall.
Okay. I'll call up Willie. This seems to be the spot here, man. We got water,
Water.
and we'll wait for Willie to drop us the barrels.
Yeah, for relational purposes, you'd have to be there. And Fitz, Yindris, are you guys helping Willie, or are you just duking it out with each other?
I'm just gonna do whatever Fitz does, just very slowly following behind. Not slowly, but like following right behind him.
Okay.
Then yes, we will be helping Willie.
All right, I'll put you guys up there too. Nah, Godric.
Stupid muted. Stupid muted. Okay, so essentially, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm like, all right, guys, here's the plan. We're gonna get a rope, all right, long enough to go to the ground, long enough for us to pull. Pretty simple. Basically, if we take two rings, we just hammer them, attach them to the wall here, so the rope can slide through it. The rope goes down the middle. We pull on the other side, pull it up. It's a little pulley system. Bob's your uncle. You got it?
I'll hand Willie my 50-foot hempen rope.
All right. So you guys get to work on that. Lowering the barrels isn't going to require anything. Filling the barrels isn't going to require anything. Getting the barrels up, however, the three of you with a pulley, I'm going to need one person to make an athletics check at advantage because you're assisting or assisted, and see if you get the barrel up.
I got it. I'll do it.
And how many barrels are you guys planning on filling?
How many barrels we got?
That's the
How many
question
we
right there.
3. We'll say 3.
Oh, 3 barrels it is.
Sounds right.
Rather have too many barrels than not enough barrels. Not to mention, it's arm day, guys. Let's get these barrels up.
We don't know how long this trip is going to be, so the more water we got, the better.
Selling me. Last time I had to drink mine.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Okay. You're able to get the first barrel up, no issues.
Ah,
Go ahead and roll again for the second barrel. Second barrel comes up, no issues whatsoever. And give me that third one.
I pulled that one up so easy. It's like one arm. I'm like, I should have told him to put both on it. Oh, I forgot the advantage of that.
That's all right. That was more than enough. You're able to get that third barrel.
What if I
up,
get
no
another
issues.
20? Oh my god. Oh, I do it with my teeth. I just pull it up. Like, oh.
So yeah,
And
you get all 3
Wow.
water barrels loaded up onto the deck, no issues.
while we're down here, I look at Miss Holly. Miss Holly, if you got a water skin, as I pull mine out of my bag, go ahead and top it off. So I'm gonna top off my water skin.
Okay.
Ain't gonna hurt. We already got them on us, right?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you guys top off your water skins. 3 water barrels are up on deck. What are you doing now?
Head back to the boat, the deck.
I'm gonna check out this crossbow that's up here. Does it
So-
look functional?
You have been on enough ships. You are familiar that this is a ballista, which is pretty common amongst ships in the astral sea. The rope is a little worn out. The wood is a little worse for wear, but you can see it down at the base where Trevor's roots have started to come up and cover it, that the wood is being rejuvenated as his
Nice.
vines start to cover it. You're not sure what's going to happen with the rope on it. Time will tell there. But yeah, you're
Okay, I got a rope guy.
right on. Godric and Holly, when you guys get back around to the ramp, and you would have noticed this when you got off the ship too, but when you get off to the ramp, you can see a flickering light coming from down this tunnel. And you can also see on the ground, it's very clear that this is the way that they drug you guys in.
Okay.
A faint light, you say?
A little flickering light,
Okay.
like a torch
Is it,
that's down and around the bend.
is it moving?
Nope, it's just flickering.
Hey, Godfrey, weren't you planning on revivifying that were spider we killed?
I mean, out of character, you wouldn't have known that, but yes. No, I was going to do that completely on my own without saying anything. And there was actually a notation on the map, which reminded me as soon as we started. But the problem is, as soon as we started, we got knocked out.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like talking to all of us about that.
Mm-mm.
It was a
No,
conversation we all had, but we had it out of character.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. My intentions in my mind was he was a werewolf who has now had his were part removed. There's in my mind, there's no reason why he shouldn't have been able to be brought back to life. Once again, all in my mind. But well, not much I can do about that now. Okay, so back to our current situation. Miss Holly, hold here for a second, would you? And I'm
Of
gonna
course.
head towards, you said towards the arrow. A little further down here, see if I can't catch a glimpse.
Yeah, so you would have to. I'm gonna get rid of that arrow.
That's
But
fine.
you'd have to come down to about there. But once you get there, you can see that it goes south somewhere you guys haven't been, or to the north back to the room that you were in.
Do I see the spiders?
No, you don't see any signs of movement or anything. There's obviously spider webs everywhere. But you don't see any movement or anything at all.
Okay. In that case, I want to head back. Because I'm not trying to head through here alone.
Okay.
Okay,
Smart.
so I look at I look at Miss Holly. Miss Holly, I see a flickering light down there, and I know we are missing one of the members to our party. But I don't think I mean, I don't see any signs of the spiders. I just don't think it's a good idea for us to be traveling alone, or that our party has no clue that we left. So how about we head back up on deck and discuss it with them?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So I motion towards the ramp and head in that
We'll
direction.
go back.
Yep, you guys get back on deck.
All right. Hey guys, how'd the water make it up okay? Everything seemed to be okay from our end.
Oh yeah, Willie's a beast. He just hauled it right up. No problems.
Good job,
Awesome.
buddy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad we didn't have to
Good
carry
job.
all that water up there by hand. Hey guys, I know we're still missing one of the members of our party. I noticed a flickering light down a cave near the ramp, bottom of the ramp. I did take a small peek. The cave leads back to the room we were originally drugged from, and I see no signs of the spiders, short of the spider webs. Should we maybe go see if we can find Dutch? I'm gonna kind of keep walking towards them and eventually make my way to where they are if they're not gonna come this way. Thought.
No, let's go look. Let's go. I am honor bound to go look for Dutch, being a member of the city guard.
All right. Fitz, would you prefer keeping an eye on Trevor here, or do you want to give Willie a hand? And your interests, your thoughts?
I go where Fitz goes.
Okay. Well then, I guess that's up to you, Mr. Fitz.
I chuckle. I'm like, that's where she fits.
Um, we probably should go check to see if that is our boy there.
I walk over to the edge of the ship here.
I got walls up, so I have to move you if you're changing decks.
You're a monster.
I know. I'll take it off once you guys have like fully discovered the ship.
Okay, and I'm just gonna yell. I'm gonna be like, Dutch!
Your voice echoes through the cavern. That's it.
I feel like if he heard me, I didn't hear him hear me.
Okay. Well, I mean, once again, I'm still under the we need to keep Trevor protected while he finishes this bonding process. So we're gonna have to do the split up thing, and I figured me and Miss Holly is taking a trip for the water. I just let you guys stretch your legs and get off the boat or ship before we actually need to set sail.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm certainly me and Yindris and Willie. We could go check that out.
All right.
And the unicorn.
Of course, Sir Fluffy Butt will be going with us.
Okay. Miss Holly, it's your choice. I'm gonna stay here and make sure that Trevor gets through his bonding process.
I'm gonna stay too.
All right, guys. Well, I kind of motion towards the cave. Like I said, guys, once you get down off the ramp, you'll see the a cave entrance right there. It's literally right there at the bottom of the ramp. And I'll tell you what, I cancel the light on my mace,
Okay.
and Fitz is currently carrying a shield, correct?
Yep.
Fitz, let me see your shield. And I reach out and touch his shield if he allows me to.
Absolutely.
And I'll cast light on his shield for him. And that'll give you a source to see for the next, what is it, an hour, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
should be.
something like that.
Yep.
All right. So Fitz, Yindris, and Willie, you guys are getting off the ship. Did I hear that correctly?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
And the unicorn.
And the unicorn. The unicorn emits a little bit of a glow to it, not near as effective as the light spell that was just cast on your shield, but does emit a little bit of a glow.
I'm going to station myself on the edge of the top deck so I can kind of keep an eye on the cave system around us.
We're gonna have to link the diamond dealer to a diamond setter. In this,
You are not muted, Eric.
I know. I didn't. There was a pop up on my screen. I was trying to click something else. I'm like, stop the noise.
All right. All right. Before we jump to the cave expedition, Holly, are you doing anything while they're out digging through the cave? I know Godric is keeping an eye on the cave, keeping a lookout.
Can I use my crystal ball just to see if there could be in any danger when they're down there?
So with the scry spell, you have to look for something specific. So you could use it to keep an eye on one of them while they're going.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. Who are you going to do it on?
I would suggest Fitz if you're going to keep an eye on.
Fitz. Yeah.
He's the light source, so.
On Fitz? Okay, Fitz, are you going to resist the scry?
No.
Okay. All right, so no issue. You're able to monitor them and keep an eye on them as they go via your crystal ball. And with that, we'll jump to the cave expeditions. You guys get off the ship via the ramp. I'm just going to move you guys as a group, but what order do you want to go through the tunnels in?
I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Okay. I will follow Willie.
All right, and I know Yindris is right on his heels, and that'll bring the unicorn up in the rear. So I'm just going to move. Oh, no, I have to move all of you. Never mind. So yeah, you make it to the first junction. And oh no, the horse is, or the unicorn is just a little bit too thick on the shoulders to make it through the tunnel. So he gets stuck there. But Willie, you make it to this first junction. You don't see anything to the left, and off to the right, you see the room that you guys were just in. Or were in prior to being dragged to the ship.
Well, I'll send her fluffy butt back to the ship then.
Okay.
What do you guys think? I'll walk closer to over here to where everything's down. Can I see any signs of Dutch?
As you walk into the room, you don't see any signs of Dutch. You just see signs of the battle you guys partook in. There's a lot of spider bodies and goo scattered everywhere.
Do we see the flashing lights or whatever it was that Godric saw?
You do. The flickering light is coming from a about halfway burned out torch stuck in the campfire ring there.
Oh, that was we did that. I did that.
You're like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
Everybody but Yindris would know that Godric had stuck the torch in the campfire ring and lit it for a fixed light source. But that is the source of the flickering lights.
yeah, I didn't even think about that when I saw it.
Should we explore to the south? Or what are we thinking here, guys? What are you thinking, Yandris?
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna like creep up so close to you that basically your back is touching my chest, and I'm gonna grab your shoulder and I'm gonna whisper in your ear, "Shut up, or I'm gonna kill you." And then just laugh.
I'm gonna take that as a vote for the south.
With that, real quick, Yindris, give me an intimidation check.
Which dice do what is where do I?
So you go to
Skill.
your
I
skills
see.
tab and click intimidation. And Fitz, I'm going to have you give me a Constitution saving throw on that. And we'll see if you're intimidated or not.
If I could click it, that would be nice.
Should be able to double click. Should automatically roll for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm doing that and nothing is happening.
Here, I got it for you.
Thank you.
So it's a 15 versus 11, but that is a saving throw, so you get the +5, right?
No, that is with my +5. So
That is with your +5. Okay, so yeah, you are scared of Yindris right now.
He should be.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I just kind of laugh. I'm like, all right, if you guys are done, yeah, let's go this way, I guess. Everybody's clever. I walk into the wall, just nervously trying to break the tension, and I'm like,
You would have memory from when you guys came in here, and I will drag you through it real quick because it grays out areas you've already been in. Give me just a second.
Am I seeing any major changes with the ship, by the way?
You're just seeing the vines continue to spread. Nothing major in terms of anything you haven't already noticed, but the vines just continue to spread.
Are we talking like 50% spread? 75?
That very upper deck portion where Trevor is almost completely rejuvenated. The deck just below you, it's getting there, maybe 30%, and you have no idea below that because you can't see it.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to gauge. I guess I'm just trying to guess. If he's even close to being done here, or we're gonna be here for a couple more days, a couple more hours. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I don't have that information, but
yeah, at best guessed, it's gonna be at least a few hours, at least.
Okay. Because in my head, I'm thinking he's going to need to redo this whole entire ship to be done. Plus, if there's anything else he needs to do, I don't know about. But I'm sure he's going to need to get through that process first. So I'm just kind of, watching the ship itself, seeing as it seems to be renewing as he goes. You know what I mean?
Of course. Are you going to walk through the entirety of the ship to kind of keep an eye on it as it goes, or are you staying up where you are?
Once I notice that the top deck and main deck have finished reflourishing.
Mhm.
I might take a wander down to the bottom decks and take a look.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check on that, and we will come back to it in a moment. I'll expedite things for Willie, Fitz, and Yindris here. You guys are able to get through the entirety of the cave system. You don't see any spiders. You don't find Dutch. And if you give me just a second, I will open it up here.
By the way, I will relay what's going on in my head to Miss Holly. That I'm
Okay.
watching the ship rejuvenate, and I'm just trying to figure out how much longer Trevor's going to take,
Okay,
and
sounds good.
that's why I'm going to be wandering around. So you don't think I'm just wandering around aimlessly for nothing.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Hey, not a problem.
So I lit up the cave map for you guys. You're able to get through it and map it. Takes you, I'd say, an hour, 2 hours, 2 hours at least to get through it. Like I said, you don't find any spiders, any signs of Dutch, or anything.
What about loot?
Give me a perception check. Let's see what you found. Oh, you found some loot.
Willie with his background. Yeah, I'm sure he found something.
Yeah, no, you guys found some stuff. Give me a second here. It's pulling up. All right. So all of this stuff you found is in the room that you were in when that quote unquote Spider Queen took you guys. Crossbow, some crossbow bolts, some arrows, a few potions of healing. You guys already got that, and a couple of short bows. And that is all on the party sheet. Yindris, if you want any of that stuff, let me know. I will drag it for you. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Nah, I don't really use bows.
There was some stuff there that was supposed to go into Holly's inventory. Holly, you had found a journal that was on the busted up table, as well as a scroll. I think that was it.
I'll take the drill and the scroll.
Well, you had found that when you were checking out the table before the spiders started. And you found a little bit of gold and silver as well, which is also on the party sheet.
Great.
And Jeremy and Eric, you guys remember how to transfer items from the party sheet to your inventory?
Yeah, I'll let everybody get what they want, and then I'll probably grab these arrows.
Okay.
And then these bows for Dutch, and I'll just like put up.
Might want to grab him the cross or short bows for that string.
Jeremy, do you remember how to pull that up and take anything you want?
I remember how to pull it up.
I took the bolts too.
You pull up the party sheet and you click inventory, and then you have your character inventory open next to it, and you just drag that gray box over from the party sheet inventory to your personal inventory for whatever you want to take.
Do we just want to divvy up these 6 potions of healing?
We
I
can do
mean,
that.
me
Yeah,
and Holly aren't here, but that would be appreciated.
That sounds like a
Absolutely.
plan.
Out
Okay,
of
well
character.
I will grab mine, and I will grab one for you and one for her, and I will deliver them to you upon our next encounter.
You can take those 2 off, Willie. Everybody give yourself 1 regular potion of healing. And then Willie, go ahead and grab that second one. That'll be for Dutch.
Oh.
If you remember to give it to him.
5-2.
I-
Gotcha.
Okay.
I've already got 3 potions of healing, so if somebody needs, if they're all used up or something, they can have mine.
I
I-
will also agree with that statement because I have many that I don't really need.
Godric, you want to take one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay.
There's 2. So Pam, give yourself 2. You're squishy. You need it.
Hey.
Apparently not. Killing my big bad before I even get an attack off with it.
Technically, she didn't kill it.
Take the squishy
She
people.
doesn't know where she sent it. It might be dead right now.
She just made it go away.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It'll come
She
back
sent
even
it-
stronger later.
No, she sent it into space and it like spontaneously combusted.
So she doesn't,
Me.
with banishment, she doesn't get to choose where it goes. It's if it's not from this plane of existence, it returns to its original plane. And she doesn't get to pick where on that plane. It just goes back to its plane of existence. But wishful thinking, it landed in like a lava pit or something, right?
I
Maybe.
mean, there's a slim chance that could have been a female from our plane of existence, and you just sent it back.
Yeah, you're gonna get back there. You're gonna be like, some horrible spider monster has overtaken the kingdom, and we're just gonna be like, shit.
Right?
Was that us?
Oopsie.
I'm assuming the 3 of you made your way back to the ship, or did you want to exit the cave and continue searching for Dutch?
Yeah, we'll have to keep looking for Dutch, so we'll go out the front.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Perception check.
All 3 of you for that perception check. Yindris, you'll be doing it at disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Being that me and Miss Holly are mainly just sitting on the ship, not really doing anything, can we squeeze? And it seems it's taken them a few hours to do what they're doing. Are we going to be able to squeeze in a small rest?
I'm gonna
Try and
say
at least get rid of the exhaustion.
I'm gonna say no for 2 reasons. The first for Miss Holly being that she is actively scrying
Mm.
as it goes, and no for you because you've spent the majority of this time monitoring the progress of the ship, keeping a lookout, things of that nature that keep you actively involved. So the exhaustion definitely doesn't get worse, but it's not going to get better. With those perception checks, you guys can see like a line of spider corpses from where the skid was docked up to that mountain pass that goes up, that when you all checked out, I think it was Willie that climbed up it, and saw all the jagged peaks up over the top of the rock. You can see just a trail of spiders and goo up that pass, and that's all you can see from where you're standing. But it is apparent to you that he went up that way and was shooting at whatever was running at him as he went.
Now, the only way we can be sure this Dutch's trail is if there are a bunch of broken strings on the way.
You don't notice any broken strings, but there is at least one arrow sticking out of each spider body that you can see.
Okay, so apparently there are 2 archers on this island right now.
At least.
He was watching the stream earlier. I hope he's watching right now.
You said he was almost home.
Yeah, it goes up over that peak. And Willie, I believe it was you that went up that path earlier. You know that there is slim to no chance of you being able to actively cross those peaks to search for him.
Right. Right.
Should we yell for him?
I mean, we could leave out some cheese. Do we have cheese?
You have some fish meat. That's raw because nobody's cooked it yet.
Sushi.
That's fair.
I mean, there's like what, a week or two's worth of fish meat sitting on the dinghy.
That is one thing I forgot to mention. I apologize. The dinghy is gone.
Well, that's relevant. The dinghy's gone.
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
The dinghy dongy. We need it. That was my boat. I'm the captain.
So the spiders decided to abandon this area by stealing our dinghy and leaving their, very disturbing to think, but mother on the ship with us. That's disturbing.
I mean, obviously, I'm. This is gonna have to be an out of character conversation because I'm not there. But I would assume Dutch may have thought we were all dead and just left, saved his
Maybe.
own hide.
Possibly.
Can Willie? Can you do Can you try looking for tracks, seeing if he like doubled back to the barge?
So I just want to make one point of reference real quick. I appreciate the back and forth, but Godric, you have no clue what's going on out there right now.
Right.
So that any comments from Godric are out of character comments, just for the
Exactly.
record.
That's what I said right before I said it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a valid question, though.
Yeah, double back. What was your perception roll? Because I just cleared it. You rolled pretty high, didn't you? Like a 21.
That's pretty good. And do a survival check. You check the track. Not with that roll, though. That's terrible.
Yeah, not with that.
Shit.
Your perception check would have been enough. You only see the one set of tracks. Well, you see multiple sets of tracks. Most of them are from when you guys went into the cave together. There's two sets of tracks going up that pathway, and there's only one coming down.
Okay,
Huh.
so we're assuming 60,000 spiders in a trench coat are flying our skiff right now.
Yeah, that sounds more interesting than 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Possibly.
Well, yeah.
Huh. Well, guys,
Yeah,
I told you it was a Tuesday, okay? And this is just what happened. See, we shouldn't have left the ship here. I'm not going to be surprised if we get back to the other ship and it's gone, they're gone, and now we're just on this asteroid forever, just floating. And that's just how it's going to be. We live here now in this cave. And then we're going to turn into spider people, and then people are going to crash here, and then the cycle is just going to repeat itself forever. Not
Willie,
freak you out.
I love how you're a ray of sunshine right now. But how the hell are we going to find Dutch if he's up in those mountains?
Well, we can head back to the ship, and once it's airbound, we can do an aerial sweep. Get a vantage point, and then from there, I can take that big crossbow and hook it. I bet I can do it.
It seems like it would be less detrimental to his anatomy if we just drop the 50-foot rope with like tie a loop at the bottom he can put his foot in.
I'm just really wanting to fire that, is all. Just being honest.
Well, you know what? Maybe we can shoot that near him to let him know we're there.
What about if
Hey,
we tie
I like the
Fitz
way you're
to the
thinking.
front of it? What if we tie Fitz to the front of it and then launch him to go get him?
I mean, I think it could work.
That's a better idea.
I don't see why not.
You know, Yendris, I'm beginning to feel like your great appreciation of me saving you from that web-like cocoon is maybe something I can live without.
Appreciate you for saving me? Oh, he puts in quotation marks. You didn't save me. You've ruined everything, man.
Hey Dane, as soon as you get Dutch loaded up, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Continue conversing, the three of you.
My strength.
I ruined everything by saving you from the webbing.
Yeah, I was dreaming, man. You took me away from that.
I mean, we're heading back to the ship. You can go take a nap.
It's not the same.
I mean, we could probably take some of these spider corpses and milk them for the venom and knock you back out.
That's not how that works, man. It felt like they were here with me. You took that away from me. Shoulda let me die.
They sound like a married couple.
So as you guys are
Julie,
arguing amongst yourselves, nobody seemed to notice Dutch pop up right behind you guys. He made it all the way down those stairs and just standing there listening to you bicker now.
Shake my head
in
back
the
and forth at the
future,
children.
I can just leave you to die if that's.
Man,
Just
you
sit
don't.
behind them, shaking my head like I can't believe these kids are still bickering. I'm pretty sure that it's the demon's fault.
He says that out loud. You guys are all now startled because a voice just appeared behind you.
Just the voice appears, not even me. Literally just be like, ooh.
I'm trying to be like, oh, Dutch, there you are. I was afraid the spiders might have eaten you, or you allied with them and stole our boat.
No, not a big fan of spiders. I did puncture a few eyeballs in my day.
If you didn't catch the stream there, they determined that you and Yindris, while guarding the skid, were attacked by a horde of spiders. Yindris got captured by the spiders. You were able to escape, left a trail of them as you made it up the path to the jagged peaks, and did your thing, survived while they got riggedy wrecked.
Why is that guy always getting captured? Does he just have like a kink for it or something? Because like,
He does.
Jesus. What is
He learned it
this?
at an early age.
Dad?
No. No.
Oh, so yeah. That's the,
As they say in the mid 90s, homie, don't play that.
With Dutch being back, I'm going to assume you guys are making your way back to the ship now, so I'm just going to put you back on the ship.
I scoop up my pile of bow strings.
Oh, I have two longbows for you, Dutch. I hand them to you. I will drop them.
One's a short bow. I guess a beggar can't be a chooser.
They're both short bows actually, but I in
Oh.
fact did say they were long bows because I don't know.
Not much for bows.
Two bows for you
Oh.
there. Oh, and some arrows.
So you want to give him a quick description since he hasn't been to the boat yet there, GM?
Yeah, I've been to the one boat we were on.
There you go. I put some arrows and some crossbow bolts in there as well. Oh yes, I found these. I thought of you. I thought, who do I know who always needs two bows? Dutch two bow, as we call
True.
you.
I always do need more bows. Can't get enough bowing.
Yeah, as you guys walk back through the cave system, you see a lot of spider bodies there, Dutch. But eventually, you make your way through the cave system to a large ship, and up on top of the ship, you can see Trevor on the upper deck level, and he kind of out of it. He's trancy and is growing. He's probably twice the size he was last you saw him. And the back end of the ship, originating from where he is, the wood seems rejuvenated, almost like it's brand new. But the rest of the ship seems very old, moldy, rotten, like it's been sitting there for quite some time.
Being that I'm part of the city guard originally, though, I would probably recognize that he's bonding with this ship, and that I should just let him finish so that it'll rejuvenate the whole ship.
Absolutely.
So not a common sight, but something I'm familiar with.
Yeah, something you have enough familiarity that you know that's what's happening. You've never actually witnessed it yourself before, the actual bonding process.
Fair enough.
Godric, you were looking through the ship while you were monitoring it. You found some goodies.
Mm. Not bad.
I'm going to put in the party inventory right now.
Yeah, sorry I was late, everybody. I play Dutch. My name's Dane. Dutch is an elven archer fighter type.
Okay. Everything you were able to find that is still usable is currently in the inventory. Get rid of that. And get rid of that.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to put that healer's kit into my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Wild space Ori. Doesn't
The orrery
it
is what's used to navigate wild space.
No, I remember, but didn't we get one of those for Willie already?
Willie found one.
Right. I thought
Yeah, you
because it was
Astrolabe, yes, in fact.
Yeah,
Or,
he found one.
as I call it, the doohickey.
Yeah, Willie found one right before you guys went into the cave. You found another one on the ship.
okay.
You were also able to determine that the ship, the upper deck, where Trevor currently is almost completely rejuvenated, and then it's spreading out from there. At this point, probably about 20% of the ship has been rejuvenated, and it's
Do we
been.
know if we sprinkled water on it if he'd grow faster?
You can make a nature check and
Naked
see
one?
a nature check.
I make a naked check. Hang on. Nature, not my biggest friend, but it's got a couple points. 17?
Well, trees like water. Trees need water to grow. Might be worth a shot.
I don't have enough to spare, but if I ever did, I would try it out.
They were able to collect 3 barrels of water from the cave here.
Oh, good. Well, yeah. I mean, what if we give it some water to help him speed up the process? I'll mention that I think it might help, but we should be careful because we don't want to waste our water too.
Are you suggesting that we pee on him?
I mean, that's not a bad idea. I'm sure he wouldn't necessarily notice. I mean, I'm here for whatever you guys decide.
I mean, if you want to go for it, yeah.
Okay, I pee on the tree.
Why Why? We have water here.
Oh,
So,
it sounded like
three
he didn't really
barrels.
use any of the water. I won't be on the tree then. Okay.
come on, Dutch. Put that away. This isn't the place. Read the room.
Obviously can't see it from back there.
Whether you decide to pee on Trevor or use water, last I heard you were going to pee on him, so you pee on Trevor.
No, water. We changed our mind to barrels, and I realized we had extra barrels.
Okay, so you splash some water on him. You don't see any significant or noticeable change to the rate at which the ship is being rejuvenated.
See, I told you should have peed on him.
Yeah. Maybe if I had peed on it, it would work better.
More nutrients. Oh, sure, you're Elven. That's a thing. That's definitely a thing. I read that in a thing once. There was a book in the latrine on the ship.
Yeah, I am Melvin.
I think I can see.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, okay. Well, I'm glad you guys have managed to find Dutch. That's awesome. I'll come down and meet them if that's where they're at on the main deck there.
I took down the walls and everything, so you guys can move yourselves
Yeah.
wherever you want within the ship at this point.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, at this point, did you guys see any spiders or any of that stuff?
I didn't.
Okay, well, I mean,
None that were alive. Although somebody did steal the skiff, so possibly there are spider pirates, vampirates, possibly as well. I'm not entirely sure.
Love a
okay.
good vampire.
Dutch, nobody's asked, so you haven't told anything yet, but about 2.5 hours ago, give or take, you were currently surrounded by spiders, and all of a sudden they just all shot webs out and kind of parachuted off the asteroid and floated away.
So they seems like they ran almost.
Yeah.
I'll mention that.
Okay, so let's do this. Here, I found these while I was wandering around the ship, and I'm gonna pass this wild space orrery to Willie. So I'm not sure if this is going to change, if this is any different than the one you already got, but I think you would be more in tuned to taking this.
Technically, we need a third one. If I'm being
Okay.
completely honest, I'll take it and put it in it. Well, because if you have one and it breaks, you can't fix it. You know what I'm saying? If you have two, when one breaks, how do you know which one's broken?
Gotcha. Now the
if you have three.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for a third one. Next, the commander's journal. Does that have any markings on it, like the scroll did?
It doesn't have any markings. If you click the gray box, you'll be able to read the journal itself.
Okay.
You should
I'm
be able
pretty
to
sure.
if I did it right.
I'm pretty sure we gave the scroll to Willie, so I'm going to pass that to him too. You seem to be more inclined to
carry stuff willingly. Yeah.
Yep.
And
then I also found
Pam got the other scroll.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe you guys can make sense of this thing. Because I don't know any of the names or who it belongs to. Be honest with you, I haven't even really looked at it. I just know it's somebody's journal. It looks important. And it says something about escort in the first entry, so. I did find some fishing tackle, some fish suits, a couple scrolls of crate spelljammer helms, but I was gonna give those to Miss Holly
I'll take it.
since there's two of them. I figured since you're the resident arcane magic user,
Sure, I'll take it.
awesomeness. And while we're at it, just in case you happen to need something, I'm gonna give you this charm.
Fine. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I just know that I'm carrying a whole lot of stuff here, so might be better if I pass some of this out. Okay.
When you found that charm, there was a little note next to it describing what it was. It was a gift to one of the crew members from a family member. Best
Oh,
you could
okay.
determine, at least. But it does say that it is a charm of air bubbles.
Gotcha. Well, now that I've passed out the things that I found, the best thing I can say is now that we have the whole group together and we have water, I say we let Trevor finish bonding with the ship and then we get ourselves out of here.
Who's taking that
Sounds
other
good.
journal? Is that Willie?
Yeah, I took it.
Okay. And Pam, I put the charm and the scrolls in your inventory.
Grazie.
You should get them. Yep, there you go. All right. So you guys are just going to hang out and wait. I'm assuming you're going to try and do a long rest. Do you have a watch order? Is anybody going to watch? Keep a watch out.
I can keep a watch for the first bit.
Okay.
I can take the second one.
Okay.
I'll take next.
All right. We'll keep it simple. Yindris, go ahead and give me a high or a low.
Let's go low this time.
All right. And Holly, high or low?
I.
And Fitz, high or low?
Low.
All right. You guys all successfully get a long rest. Nothing goes on during any of your watches. You monitor the progress of the ship's rejuvenation. After about 8-9 hours, long enough for all of you to get that long rest, your unicorn went away, by the way. But through the course of that,
Here for 12 hours.
even with a long while you're resting, though, I'm not familiar with the spell, so I apologize if I'm wrong.
Let's see.
10 minutes to cast.
Oh, huh. Technically, I guess I couldn't have summoned it.
I saw the 10-minute casting time. I just made the assumption for you that you started casting it before you went up the stairs.
Oh, see, and I saw the instantaneous thing,
Yeah.
and that's what stuck in my head for some reason.
Yeah. I don't see anything about 12 hours, but even if that is the case, 12 hours would have elapsed by the end of the long rest. Because you spent 2 to 3 hours looking for and bringing Dutch back to the ship, and then another 8-9 resting. So the time would have been up there. But anyways, as you guys get your rest in and things progress, once you're all up and fully rested, you notice the ship is almost done. Maybe just another 20-30 minutes. It's just doing some of the finer details. The ship, not only just the ship, but the furniture and the galley as well, have been rejuvenated. So if you look on the deck right below the one you guys are on, I'll just kind of give you the layout of the ship here. There's this room right in the middle here. That's the galley. So that's where food is prepared. There is a storage room right across from that. The rejuvenation did not affect any food stores or anything like that, but it did rejuvenate crates, barrels, things of the like. The beds have all been rejuvenated and are fully functional, as well as the chair that you're assuming is the helm to the ship here. And Willie, you ran up to the upper deck and noted that the string on the ballista did rejuvenate.
So this is a fully functioning, operational, rejuvenated space jammer.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
As far as you can tell, yes.
All right. Okay. Well, and if memory serves me correctly, now that Trevor's pretty much well done with the bonding process, he's got control over it, right?
To the best of what the astral human told you, he will be able to assist in controlling the ship. It will still require a spelljammer to operate.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He can help with minute things like subtle movements, but ultimately you do need a helmsman to operate and fly the ship.
Okay. Well, with that said, I am going to nominate Mr. Willie, since he was our best navigator for the dinghy.
So I appreciate the gusto, but you have to be an innate spellcaster. You have to be able to spellcast to be a spelljammer.
Can we level up? I'll take a level in spell jamming.
Well then, in that case, Miss Holly, you want to give it a shot?
Absolutely.
I don't know, Yirndris. We haven't been together long enough for me to know whether or not you would have those capabilities or not.
I don't know. I think so.
Do you have any kind of magical abilities?
Yes.
Willie and Dutch, you guys know enough about spell jamming that it takes a higher level of magical performance to be able to spell jam, to create the spell jam at least. As far as operating goes, you just need some spell casting ability, and then you need the helm transferred to you. But to actually create the helm itself requires a higher level of magical capability.
Okay.
So it
I know
sounds
nothing.
like Miss Holly. It sounds like you're going to try and create the helm, correct?
Wait, what's
I
the?
am.
Don't we already have the helm? Isn't that what the stone jiggering there was?
So there's a chair there, but there is no active helm currently. But you guys did pick up 3 scrolls of create spell jamming helm.
2.
Was it 2? I thought
Two.
it was 3.
2, and I handed them to Miss
Six.
Holly.
Nope, it's 3. It was 2 on the ship and 1 on the table in the cave. So there's 3 total. So Miss Holly, you pull out the scroll, and at the top it says create spell jamming helm, which you're able to read. And underneath it, it says place your hand upon the helm and read the words below. And then it's got the spell, obviously, the incantation.
Okay.
So you have to be touching the chair that you want to be the helm when you read the incantation.
Okay.
And while you're reading the scroll, One more second here. While you're reading the scroll, there's a loud cracking noise, like the noise a tree would make if the wind blew it over during a windstorm. And you all shoot your eyes up to the upper deck, and you see that little adolescent Trevor is now a full-blown treant, conscious and paying attention.
Our friend, like the first time we met.
He looks down at you and speaks out in Elvish. Friend. Anybody who understands Elvish would know that he just spoke an actual word other than Trevor.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not on my list.
That's on
What
me.
word was it?
Friend.
That'd be me.
Alright, so what are you doing, Holly?
So, guys, our little friend is back.
Yeah, I heard him say something, but I don't quite understand it.
Yeah, what did he say again in normal language?
Friend.
Friend?
If this was Lord of the Rings, Melak.
Okay.
Because that's the only Elvish word I
Okay.
know from that universe.
You're a nerd.
It happens.
So, guys, do we want to talk to Trevor and try to get any information that he might be able to now give us, since he's actually speaking to us?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like we're exactly in any danger at the moment, so taking a moment to...
I'm fine with that. I mean, obviously, you guys, we've been around Trevor a while. I've seen these trees before in other parts of the Astral Sea where Willie and I have both been. So, I mean, I get what's going on here. We just need to get it figured out, like how we're going to get him to take us where we need to go.
Yeah.
All right, well, since you can seem to communicate with him, Miss Holly, and you have the magical knowledge here, let's see if we can get this figured out.
My friend Trevor, can you tell us any good information that might be good for us to know right now of what to expect or what's happening?
What language are you speaking?
Elvish.
He responds in Elvish. This home, you friend.
Oh. Okay. Anything else, Trevor, that can be helpful for a journey?
Scared of lady. Must leave.
What lady?
The big, scary one.
The spider lady?
Don't know Spider. She looked weird, though. Not like you.
The spider lady. Got it. So she's still here.
I don't see her.
Okay. But you're afraid of her. You're afraid she's gonna come back?
Very afraid. don't want her back.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell at the guys and just be like, "We have to get the fuck out of here." I don't have a good feeling with Trevor. He's afraid of the beautiful spider lady that we banished. So
Well,
we gotta get out.
now that you're addressing us and speaking in common, I don't know what you guys were just talking about because I can't understand you guys. But I thought you were going to discuss moving the ship with him.
Well, I asked him first what he could give us informational wise, and he says that he's afraid of the big scary lady. So I asked
Okay.
him what journey this might take us, and he just is very frightened. So that does not give me a very positive outlook on where we might be going.
Well, how about we get this ship out of here and we start heading back towards, oh, is it Braille?
Or
Brawl?
was it where we were?
Brawl.
Brawl, yeah. Back to Brawl and go from there because
That seems good to me. I just don't want to be here where we are right now. Anywhere but here seems to be good.
I'm not going to take a wild step here, but I'm not going to be a very big one and say that the rest of these guys probably want to get out of here too. Dutch and Willie probably want to go back to their Brawl barracks or whatever.
Take it or
So,
leave it. I got to fill out a report, so when I get back, it's paperwork anyway. And it's like paperwork, spider monsters. It's like
and I know you, me, and Fitz at least for sure want to get back home to our realms. And last time I checked, Brawl is the place to get that done.
Okay. So we go
right.
back home. Everybody's okay on the same page here. And I just look at everybody. I'm kind of scared of Gendry's, she's a little intimidating to me because the way she talks to Fitz. So I kind of look at her kind of like on the side, but kind of turn away. Everybody good with trying to go back home?
I look down just sadly and just nod.
Okay. Willie, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of hungry, and I think that we're gonna have to get some more fish because they were on the other ship. But I could probably whip up something in the galley if we could get some.
I mean, I did pick up some fishing tackle. You're more than welcome to it.
Oh, we certainly could. We certainly could.
Little
How long is
sushi
it?
before we go? Yeah, sounds great.
How long do I think it will take us to get back to port now that we have a proper ship? Did we successfully make the helm?
Miss Holly has not yet cast the spell to create the helm. Your past experiences with ships in general, and now having an orrery to know exactly where you guys are, take a little more than a day to get back to Brawl.
Day. We can fish. We can not fish. It's whatever. We're maybe a day out. Probably just best to get underway.
Willie, fishing tackle's in the party sheet for you, bud. I just passed it all to you.
So we get food, we eat food, and that's the plan, and continue with the journey.
Sounds right.
That sounds good to me.
Who's gonna
Then we'll
fish?
go. We'll go find this lady.
Well, you gotta make the helm and take off first, Holly. So
It also depends on how good you are at flying this thing.
Oh God. Okay, the pressure's on. So
you know what I need for you, because even using a scroll, it's still casting a magic spell. So I need a straight D20.
Harsh.
oh, the beard. Please don't be a 1. Thank God. Okay. 14.
It didn't show up. Oh, am I-
It didn't?
drop it in the chat box.
No, it didn't.
There you go. Okay, 5, you're good. So as you read the incantation off the scroll, you get a pins and needles feeling over your entire body, similar to that of a limb falling asleep when you've been sitting for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel that feeling traveling through your body, through the hand, touching the chair that is going to become the helm. And the energy and magic flows into said chair. And the chair begins glimmering with magic, so to speak. And after a moment or two passes, you can feel the ship. You know where everybody on the ship is, where everything on the ship is, and the ship feels like it's a part of you. When you open your eyes a moment later, you're seated in the chair, and you still have the feeling, but it's kind of like a secondary feeling. When you close your eyes again, you get it full force, and the ship is you. You are the ship. Um,
Out of ARM.
and as it happens, the ship just starts floating. You can feel it lifted off. As soon as you took control of the ship and created the helm, it just started floating.
Okay. Captain Holly.
Talk to me, Goose. What are you doing?
Sailing away.
I wasn't.
Since you're new to this, you have a opening just big enough for the ship to fit through.
Oh, God.
I need an acrobatics check from you. With advantage because Trevor is giving
And us
you
too?
assistance. Nope, just Holly. She's the one piloting the ship.
Acrobatics?
With advantage.
Please, let's not crash. Okay.
You're good. You get up through the opening and you just keep rising up. You're probably 100 feet up over the jagged peaks that Willie and Dutch had seen previously.
I'm on a sniper one.
And once you're up, you call out for Willie, which way do I have to go? And he responds back with a heading, and you just instantly know which way that is.
Oh.
Being part of the ship and
Build anything?
knowing of the orrery, because the ship is you and you are the ship and you know where everything is on the ship, and you steer the ship to direct it in the proper heading, and boom, the ship takes off.
Awesome. So can I
Okay,
yell?
I go to the
Start
front and I put my arms
fishing!
out like this, and I like wait for somebody to come behind me. And I'm used to Willie coming behind me and holding my waist so I don't fall in, but I balance myself really well on the front of the ship.
You can start fishing, guys. We're
Not
sailing away.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
So you guys have a little over a day. I know some of you said you wanted to do some fishing. Who was going to do that?
Well, so we ate mostly fish. Do we have rations for that day? Because if I don't need to fish for the day, I'm not going.
Yeah, no, you guys didn't touch your personal rations
Okay.
yet. So, because you had been drifting for, I think it was like 2 days, and you were eating fish as you went. So
I'll just I'll go over there and I'll be like, we have rations and stuff. I'm not gonna mess with that if we don't have to,
So
have a
eating
little bit of
away?
action and adventure. Eat like a cracker.
I mean, we're all starving at this point. Might as well before a fish goes bad. The one that we have.
No,
we don't have.
We lost that.
We don't have
That's on the
anything?
other ship.
Yeah.
you have your personal rations. The fish you guys captured while you were on the skid was on the skid when it disappeared.
That's what I was saying, trying to grab some
Oh,
fish. But
actually, I remember. I'm like, I actually have us covered. You don't have to worry about it. I reach in my bag and I pull out the most putrid illithid head you've ever seen, because I took the mind flayer head and I still have it in my. I mean, it is. Man, it was like,
Calamari. You
I
shouldn't
know,
have.
right?
So
I
it's
know.
been like
I know.
4 or 5 days at this point. So.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute. I was like, I got this. I'm still trying to make a hat. But if it comes down to it,
we
I
don't
can
want to
dry it
die
up.
of food poisoning right now. Not
I
a good
can
idea.
I can cook it out.
I don't know.
I'm gonna hold my hand over my nose and mouth and take, I don't know, 10, 15 foot back and just go, that's all you, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to
Whatever.
die of food poisoning while
Godric, as you step under the upper deck, you hear Trevor directly above you now. Godric, in common. Godric, where are you? Where'd you go?
Oh.
He should have just said, "Daddy, Daddy, are you there?"
Now, even though it's in common now instead of Elvish, do I kind of recognize the voice?
It's much deeper than Trevor's voice was the last time you spoke to adolescent Trevor, but he's the only one up on the upper deck, and that's where it came from.
Okay, I'm gonna head.
Ghost.
So I'm just gonna address the rest of the crew, and you do whatever you're gonna do. I'm gonna work on my rations for the day. I think it'll be all right. I need to head upstairs. I'll be back, maybe, and I'll head up to the upper deck.
As soon
And
as
then
you
he leaves.
walk up the stairs and get within arm's reach of Trevor, he reaches out, bear hugs you. Godric, Trevor's friend.
Hi, Trevor.
He squeezes you a little bit tighter. Like just enough to take the air out of your lungs.
And I'll do a little gasp. Not so tight, buddy. Not so tight.
Oh, sorry, Trevor, her friend. Won't do again. And he sets you down on the deck next to him and kind of like gives you an attaboy on the top of the head.
And I'll kind of pat the limb/arm that he's extended. It's okay, buddy. I know you didn't mean it.
He just smiles at you.
Well, I see you now have your ship.
Ship, yes. Home. Trevor, home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, obviously, Miss Holly mentioned that you just wanted to get away from the evil woman. Is there someplace else you need to go, buddy?
No. This home. Trevor live
Okay.
here now.
Okay.
I go where home go.
No.
You wouldn't happen to be able to contact your astral friend, would you?
No. She
Okay.
said she'd visit, but I don't know when. Does home stay with you now?
Honestly, Trevor, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for us. I know we're not originally from these planes. I don't know if your home's going to be able to travel with us to where we're supposed to go. That's just the truth. But I don't know.
Please try. Trevor wants home with all Trevor's friends.
Well, buddy, we'll do our best. That's all I can promise you, bud. I won't want to lie to you, and I don't want to lead you on, but we'll see what we can do.
He looks a little discouraged, but accepts it and stays upright.
Alright. Well, I assume since you're a part of the ship, you're now working with Miss Holly to keep us moving and keep us safe?
Yes, Miss Holly, good friend and part of ship like me. Warn her
Yeah,
if anything threatens.
appreciate it, buddy.
Anything for
Appreciate it a lot.
friends.
And I smile. And okay, I need to go deal with the whatever you want to call that down there on the main deck. So, if you need anything, obviously you know how to contact us. So,
Yes, friend. Talk later.
yeah, and I'll head on back down, and once again keeping my distance from Willie.
Willie, were you trying to craft the illithid head into like a hood type thing? Did I catch that?
No, I took it because I'm going to actually take it to a professional to
Okay.
be tailored into an appropriate piece of headwear.
That's what I thought you said. I just wanted to make sure, because if you
Yeah,
were going
that's
to
right.
try and do it yourself, there were some roles involved. So,
No.
okay.
I am not a hatsmith.
So what else you guys up to?
When I get to the bottom of the steps, I'll address the crew, everybody. Hopefully, I'm speaking loud enough for Miss Holly, and she's not too distracted to let you know that Trevor's interested in sticking with us, and which means the boat stays with us. I don't know how that's gonna exactly correlate into our plane of existence, since that's where we're trying to go back to. But
I'm confused why you guys have not banished yourselves.
I didn't even know that was an option. Until she banished the queen, I had no clue she could do that.
That's fair.
That was a ace up her sleeve, apparently.
I don't know if that would work on the ship entirely, necessarily.
Can I
It's
do
an
that?
option.
That's not a bad idea. The question would be, would banishing the ship include everything on it, including the people, or just the ship? I don't know about you, but I don't want to be left out in the astral she testing the theory.
Holly, you rolled really high on that Arcana check earlier, so you would know two things. So the first note is while spell jamming, you can hear, see, and feel everything going on the ship. So you heard the entire conversation between Godric and Trevor, as well as with anybody else. I mean, they could be down in the bowels of the ship whispering, and you would still hear every word they say. Just for the record. The second thing, rolling high on that Arcana check, you know a couple things about your banishment spell. The first one is you can only cast it on creatures. You can't cast it on items.
Right.
The second is I just brain farted. I'm sorry.
It would totally screw up the GM's whole plan if you did that.
I was gonna mention that after the stream ended.
Hey, Dane. I'm great at loopholes, right?
Oh, good lord, he's at least into loopholes. I don't know if he's great at them.
I just found a loophole to that.
Oh, the second one. I'm sorry. The second one is that you are currently concentrating to maintain your focus on spell jamming. So while you're spell jamming, you can't cast another spell that requires concentration, which banishment does.
So the loophole I just realized is you said that she cannot banish items. She has to banish a living creature.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor is a living creature that is currently bonded to this ship.
I'm aware.
So essentially, couldn't she banish Trevor and send the ship?
She could, but you don't know if Trevor's from this plane of existence or your plane of existence or any plane of existence for that matter.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. But
And
she could banish the ship.
You know,
I had
actually,
no idea of that.
You would know that Trevor is from this plane of existence because the astral human brought him as a sapling after he was just born on this plane of existence to you. So he is from this plane of existence.
So he'd come back here then.
Yeah, after a
Gotcha.
minute. Yeah, he'd disappear for a minute and then he'd come back.
Okay. But
And I'm just like, so theoretically, you could go. You would just have to leave it.
So in
Well,
other words,
somebody
we
else will
essentially
have to
need to
try to-
find a portal big enough to bring the ship into our plane of existence if we wanted to bring Trevor and the ship here.
Dutch, what do we know about that?
You all know.
World did you say? What world did they say they were from?
They said they were from the material plane. You all know that portal magic is forbidden, but you're currently trying to gain access to those forbidden records.
Oh yeah, we were on a
Wait,
quest.
you're like Dutch and I know it's forbidden.
Yeah, you guys are from here, so you know that is forbidden magic, and you were sent to monitor this crew while they performed the task for the temple to gain favor, to gain access to the forbidden records to get home with.
Right.
So you're aware of everything that they're supposed to be doing and why. And you're supposed to report back on how they behaved, any conversations you observed, things like that.
We did accomplish the goal that we were set out for though. Which was the dragon on that asteroid that was causing havoc.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the task is done. We were on our way back.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
I guess we're just our intended goal is to get back to Brawl and report back that we accomplished our goal and hopefully earn that favor to get that knowledge to go back home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
I guess we can address the ship issue when we get there.
I, for one, will be thankful to get back home to some normalcy, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, everything's crazy here to me, so, I mean, I'm just winging it here.
I'm just gonna, guys, it's just another Tuesday.
You're muted, Dane.
Yeah, I'm ready to go back home for sure, and just take up my position back at the post.
Oh, you never did have a sense of adventure, Dutch.
I've had enough adventure. My damn bowstring broke every half turn. Every time I turned around, it was breaking on me.
And look, you got 2 new bows. Fine craftsmanship.
Do you see the difference, Willie? I don't know how many times I have to tell you that I don't mess with these bitty guys unless I have to. I'll keep them because they're from you, and we have a long history. But I use bows that are near twice the size. Look at the difference. I hold up both bows, the short and the long. Obviously, completely different weapons.
I refuse to see the difference between those two.
Well, that's your decision, as it's always been.
You are a fine marksman, Dutch.
That may be true.
Miss Holly, I'm assuming you're hearing me. Just make sure we're heading towards Brawl, please.
Yes, I can hear everything. You
Yeah,
got
right.
it.
They can't hear you, so you have to literally scream that so they can hear you out on the deck.
I can hear clearly now.
So Godric's just like,
got it.
hey, Miss Holly, make sure we're going the right way, please. And as soon as he gets done saying it from back in the way, he's just, yep, I'm on it.
Working on it. I'm sailing, going home. Got it.
I'm gonna retire to my quarters and start beeswaxing all the strings I have now for the 2 different size bows. Just getting a bunch of extras ready for when I mess up and inevitably threw the pooch on a shot or two and messed my spring up.
Yeah, so you go below deck and pick a room with a bed in it. All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna yell though.
Anything else?
Yes.
What?
I'm gonna yell. Where's the food, Willie? Gotrick, portions, food.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll take a day's worth of rations out of my bag and head back to Miss Holly.
I'll be like, as he's walking away, I'll be like, "Do you want my bag?"
No.
No.
No. No, that's all you, bro. That's all you. Enjoy.
All right. Well, you guys all eat and sleep and converse amongst yourselves for the next day or so, and you arrive back to Brawl. No issues, no confrontations, nothing like
Yay.
that. And if the damn thing would pull up, this would be the first time Yindris and Fitz see it. So let me do. Where is it?
Are we going to be able to dock without a problem?
Getting there. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to pull up this picture real quick. I don't have it anymore. Yes, I do. Because I set it as the background. Come on. Computer's running slow. Bear with me. Yeah, as you get to Brawl, you approach the docks. There's an open dock. Yindris and Fitz, having never been here before, this is what you see as you approach. There's the docks over on the left-hand side there. um, just above that on the upper left-hand side of the city, that's kind of like the lower income slums area. Directly above that area, let me circle these for you actually. So this is kind of the lower income slums area here. And then you kind of move through to middle class. There's a large market here, and then an upper class here. This area here is like the council chambers of such. This is the temple district here, and then there's a small dwarven suburb here. And dwarves will be the only creatures you recognize, other than Willie, who surprisingly nobody has mentioned. There's a random tiefling in the astral sea. But that is the top. That is the top side of Brawl, and then there is a whole bottom side to it as well. Which I'll pull up for you real quick.
The city is pretty dope, man. The different layers.
So, and this is the bottom side. And Miss Holly was courteous enough to do a flyby for you as you went. So the bottom side is mostly fields. There's the Naval Base Academy where all the soldiers and guard do their training, as well as the military docks. But the bottom side is strictly off limits to non-guard, non-farming personnel without special pass. All business and commoners maintain residency on the top side. But yeah, you guys pull up to Brawl. You find an empty docking space and dock. One of the stewards does approach, state that it's $50 per day to dock the ship.
50 gold?
50 gold, yep. Did I say dollars?
Okay.
I'm sorry. 50 gold.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, let me get back in. I restarted because I had a one of my other pictures came up when I clicked it on my bar, and it was like overlapping everything.
Gotcha.
So I restarted. Yeah, okay. So I'm back in inventory. 50. 5, 7.
While you're doing math in your head there, we're gonna stop
Yeah.
there tonight with you guys docking and paying the daily dock fee. Willie and Dutch jump off and go about your ways. You guys have paperworks and reports to file, so you guys dip off and head your way. And
Yeah, I'm gonna actually say my adieu and my goodbyes and say, hey, pleasure, running around with y'all. It was, nice to meet everybody. I hope your adventures work out. Obviously, not planning on continuing adventuring with them now that I've fulfilled my duty to the government.
I gave him a week's worth of gold.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
7 days. So here, just take this. That way we ain't got to worry about it because we don't know how long we're going to be here.
Bye, everybody. Bye, old team players and stuff. Wait for my new character the next time I play because he's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there. We will pick up next week with Godric, Holly, Fitz, and Yindris, and what they're gonna do now that we're back on Brawl, and maybe a couple new characters for Dane and Eric. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But thanks everybody for coming to watch the stream. I will be back next Wednesday with another episode of Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon. Make sure you stop into twitch.com/DMDBI for Case of the Wednesdays and Sunday's game as well.
You said next Wednesday I'll be back with another Lord Z's Fantastic Dungeon, but you meant you'll be back
Gets
Wednesday with
confusing.
Case of Wednesdays. Then
It gets
Friday.
confusing.
All good.
But that's it. Thanks everybody for stopping in. See you next time.
Thanks, Jacob. Y'all have a good night.